you enjoy Phauxe's adventures in San Francisco before we attend BabsCon later this weekend. Hope you stay tuned and enjoy the show.
Out of all the jobs in all the world, this is one I would never do. Window washing a skyscraper. Just absolutely no way. Look. More streetcars. I'm getting ready to get on a boat. Let's go to Alcatraz. Not that boat though. I'm on this one over here. And I did put on more sunscreen. I'm on a boat. Chicken would do on the boat. Oh gosh. Ooh, it is windy. It's so cold. But I have a jacket. Oh my gosh. Yay. This is fun. So, there would be less walking today for some reason. But no. Someone's got just as much walking. And a lot of uphill. We decided to do the audio tour. It's still quite a while to pick out, but yeah, this is the old Charlotte room, and now that's where they handle the audio tours.
Tucked into that alcove is our talking touch model. Scale model of Alcatraz, it talks when you touch it. Great way to orient yourself to the island. Second, up the doorway here to your right, metal staircase and ramp on the left, head into building 64. In the rear, you will find our We Hold the Rock exhibit. All of the 19 months Native Americans took over Alcatraz. Third, head to the very top of the hill, back down the far side, West Road, best views of the Golden Gate Bridge, beautiful gardens, great bird watching, make sure not to miss it. And fourth, big building, top of the hill, that is our main prison building, which houses the island cell house. This brings me to tip number 2. Where do you get the audio tour? Audio tour, paid for in the cost of your ticket, is a cell house audio tour. It's available in the main prison at the top of the hill. To get to the main prison cell house audio tour, follow the red street signs. First one just past the green lamppost. Last but not least, tip number 3. You have a 35-minute audio tour. How do you learn more? How do you dive deeper? 2 great things to keep in mind. First, look out for the big lockup. This is a new exhibit up in that cell house in that main prison. It explores the history of incarceration in the United States, locking folks up in this country from its founding up to present day. It's an excellent exhibit examining how we got to currently 2 million Americans behind bars and placing Alcatraz in a much larger context. And last but not least, second, if you really want to dive deeper into any part of the island's history, ask questions. The park rangers out here all work for you, so if you have any questions for us, we're always happy to help. Speaking of questions, if folks have any questions for me right now, once again, I'm Ranger Matt. My colleague Ranger Nick can help as well.
The big thing today then was Alcatraz. I spent probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours on the island, and I did the audio tour, which takes you through the like the cell block where they actually held the prisoners and everything, and it was just. I don't know. I left it with a lot of mixed feelings. Like, it's just, you know, there's just so much pain and suffering and, you know, everything that happened there. And, you know, yeah, of course they're prisoners, so, but at the same time, just seeing the conditions that they had to live in and endure, and now just seeing it covered with tourists and like, I don't know, it just felt like such a juxtaposition where on the one hand you have like, you know, this, like in this one era, it was just this, you know, harsh prison where, you know, people were miserable, and now it's a major tourist attraction, and I don't know if other countries do this. Like, it just felt like something so quintessentially American to turn a place of such, like, you know, misery into a place where, like, tourists flock there, and like the whole time there wasn't any moments where you weren't around a ton of other people on the island. Like, it was just, I don't know, it's just, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. These are part of the gardens at Alcatraz. You know, it's like right below the rec yard. Rec yard's up there. I don't know, this has been a weird one. A lot of mixed feelings about this. Day 3 of being in San Francisco, and I don't know, I think I'm just getting exhausted because I've been trying to cram a lot of vacationing into a short amount of time. Today, I just did some walking around. I did, went down to the market at the ferry building, had breakfast there. I tried to do the pyramid. That wasn't happening because it was closed off. They don't have the observation deck anymore. Then, yeah, I did the Salesforce Park, which was like on the 4th floor of the building, and walked around there. I saw some other buildings like the Slack headquarters. I saw that while I was on Salesforce, and then when I was taking an Uber down, I happened to notice that we're going past the Mozilla Phauxe building, so that was cool. Yeah. So after leaving Alcatraz, I then went and had dinner with my coworkers. I met some of my colleagues for the first time, and since before the pandemic, and there's some. I had a good time with them, at least. Really, some really interesting, smart people with a bunch of different backgrounds, and it just, yeah. I don't know. It is such a weird feeling being there, and actually, like, getting to know these people. Like, it's yeah. You know, I think I've lived an interesting life, but everyone's got their own adventures and their own past, and yeah, we talked about just travel and bungee jumping and like just a whole bunch of different things. Like, one of the guys was actually like the first person to bungee jump ever in the country of China, which is, you know, it's kind of insane. It was just one of those things where he was in the right place at the right time, and it just so happened to work out that he was able to do it and be the first one in the country to ever do it when they first started doing bungee jumping in China. So, like, you know, crazy stuff like that, and it's just it's such a unique crowd of people to be around. A little intimidating, so, and I don't know, I'm just, now I'm back in my room, and I'm gonna go shower, but I just want to record some final thoughts for the day. I need to go and finish some stuff for Pony Show Trivia. I'm hoping I can get the panels wrapped up, at least the first draft for all the rounds tonight. I was working on the Uber ride down to dinner, and then I actually ended up sharing an Uber with one of my coworkers who lives up near this area as well. So, so I ended up having to talk to her most of the time, so I couldn't really be like, oh, sorry, I want to go work on trivia, and yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to mention, like, what we're doing, because they're like, oh yeah, what are you and your wife doing when she comes out, and and what, you know, asking what, like, oh, what brought you out this way, and just trying to be like, oh yeah, I just wanted to see the area, like, I don't know. I mean, sure, if they see my Rainbow Dash hat tomorrow, then yeah, it'll probably come up somehow. But yeah, I haven't decided if I want to tell them, like, oh yeah, I'm going to a Brony convention and I run a trivia panel, and, you know, that's why I came out here, and I don't know. I just don't know. Tomorrow I have to be out of here, out of the room by 7, so I can get to the farm by 8 o'clock, which is, we're going to a farm tomorrow, so, yeah. It should be a good time. Long day, though. 12 hours. Like, we're supposed to be there by 8 o'clock, and dinner is scheduled to wrap up at 7 tomorrow night again, so there'll be another one where I don't get back to the room until like 8 o'clock, so hooray.
We hope you enjoy Phauxe's adventures in San Francisco before we attend BabsCon later this weekend. Hope you stay tuned and enjoy the show. Bye guys! Remember, you have the ability to be awesome.